morning, beauties and bows. Coming in, you know what time it is. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to, man, I might have to do these late at night because it's dreary in the mornings and, you know, it's dark at night. So I'm gonna probably have to end these, I don't know, what do you call them? Open books or whatever. And I hate to do that because I can really think and say, you know, what's on my mind and what's on my heart better than I can seated. But I try it anyway because, yeah, the conditions, it's not feasible like it was in the summertime. But anyway, that is going to actually glide me right into the topic that we're talking about this morning, which is how can you tell a successful person when you see one? There are many ways that you can tell a successful person when you see one. One by outer appearance. This is maybe 50% of a successful person. And the reason I say that is because I've met many successful people, and if you judge them by their outer appearance, they will fool you each and every time because they would look like a bum. Yes. Okay. But there are those that do show that outer appearance through professional attire. Okay. Another way that you would be able to spot a successful person is their walk. Okay. And what I mean by that is your posture when you walk, the speed in which you walk. I remember when I was a little girl and used to go shopping with my mom. And my mom is a short, petite stature woman, such as I. And we would walk downtown Gary. And those little legs of hers were so speedy. You actually had to run to keep up with her. And I don't care if you were a tall person or not. You had to literally get your groove on and get the step. And you had to trot a little bit to keep up with that lady. And so in order for me to keep up with her, I had to learn how to walk fast as well. And so that trickled down to my children. And, you know, the same tradition was carried on. You know, we in the mall or whatever, wherever we walking, they would have to trot and keep up. Okay? Your confidence when you walk. You walk as though you know exactly where you're going to. You are not lost for direction. If you ever notice when you may be in a mall or something like that, or even when you, I'll leave it there. When you're walking through the mall and you may see someone that's looking around because they don't know where the store is they're looking for, as opposed to someone that frequents that mall quite a bit, they know exactly where they're going to, and they exude that when they walk. Okay, same as a successful person. If you have your path written out and you follow those steps of your either your short-term goals or your long-term goals, you are able to walk with confidence. You are able to walk with surety. Okay, and I take this in my daily life each and every day. You hold your head up high no matter your circumstances. Remember to always do that. Always keep your head up high. Okay, now there have been many days where I had my head down and I found some money. Okay. You have to be able to talk with a level of intelligence. Okay. And you also have to know how to become a chameleon with your speech and your diction as well. Okay, and what I mean with that is you could be college educated or whatever, and if you pursuing, say, maybe the music industry, you have to be able to flow and communicate with the rappers and the hip-hop artists, the R&B artists, the pop artists, and that sort of thing. Okay, and so that's what I mean with that. Also, and I think this may be the most important of them all, as to be able to tell a successful person, you know, many times we go to school, you know, we finish high school, we do this sort of thing here. We go off to college. We may do a community college. We may do online schooling. And you may obtain your degree, your bachelor's degree, your associate's degree. And you have been in this line of work for 15 plus years. And just to give you a perfect example, when our economy hit us hard, it left many of those workers out of work. They had degrees. They had what they thought was a surefire career. You know, they had no worries that they would be out of work and searching and not finding anything for years. What people have done, and these people have to be in their 40s or better. Okay, and most of the ones that I've talked to is better. Okay, they're 50, 60 years old. And so what they had to do is, pardon that train, as it goes choo-choo, But what they had to do is they had to go back and be retrained. They had to go back to school. Once again, this successful person has not succumbed to their circumstances. They took charge of their circumstances. They said, okay, well, I have to cross-train. I have to now sit here and I got to go back to school. And they have to go back to school in a different field, obviously. And I tell you what, when my mom had her open heart surgery, you know, all of us were there and we rotated, you know, to take care of her. And so I took the opportunity to talk to, well, actually, they actually approached me. And one nurse in particular, she was my mom. She was in charge of my mom. And, you know, she said, you know, you are really good with how you care for her. Have you ever thought about, you know, going into nursing? And I did when I came out of high school. That is what I went to school for. I went to school for nursing. Okay, but your girl couldn't finish. Okay, I couldn't finish because I couldn't get past the clinics, you know, with the dissection and the needles and the blood was the biggest thing. So after being halfway done, I had to come out because I couldn't do it. And so, you know, she was telling me, because I wanted to go and work in pediatrics with the babies, you know, and that's where my passion was, especially because my daughter was a preemie baby, and so I wanted to work there. Nevertheless, you know, she was telling me about this lady that had to retrain and she had to go back to school. This lady was almost 60 years old, and she was one of the ones that was top in her class. So my point to this whole video is that age is not a restriction for your mind, for your livelihood. The older you get, you want to do more things that's going to keep your mind sharp and keep you alert. Okay, this also would help with dementia and that sort of thing. Okay, so do not let anybody tell you that you're too old, for school. Okay, because your circumstances will make you have to go back to school, and that is the essence of becoming a successful person. Even if you don't have to cross-train, there are training classes that businesses will have you to go through so that you can stay abreast of the technology that's changing, so that you can make that business prosper and resistant to economic circumstances. Okay, so that is the point to the whole video, is how successful do you want to be? What steps do you have to go through to be a successful person? And in my opinion, those are the indications that you need to look for and that you need to possess if you want to be a successful person. Even if you decide to open up your own business, you need your employees to be able to be cross-trained so that they are continue to be an asset to you and your business. Okay, so I'm gonna have to conclude this video right here, so I can get my behind to work. But you know what I want you to do. I need you to like this video. I need you to comment and tell me what people you see in your daily life that you consider successful, and what about that person makes you feel that they are successful. All right, so put that down below, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, beauties and bows, this is Gina checking out, and I'll see you soon. All right, and you guys have a great weekend if I don't get my face back in here. All right, love you much and have a great one. Bye.